Joining us now is Regina Lynch, Director of Projects at Aid to the Church in Need International. Director Lynch, thank you so much for your time today. We're grateful. Can you tell us more about the support that you're providing for the faithful and others in Ukraine?
Yes, we've helped the Catholic churches in Ukraine for many years. Even during the time of communism, we were trying to do it, but especially after the collapse of communism. And so we know all the Catholic bishops and many of the religious congregations. So what we have done now, so far in euros, we have given 1.3 million. And really, what we're trying to do is to help the priests, the sisters, the brothers, religious brothers, to continue their so important work in helping the people and supporting the people. We are getting testimonies from the Ukraine, from our project partners on a daily basis. The worst affected area so far is in the east. There are 4 Greek Catholic eparchies, 2 Catholic dioceses there, and they are continuing sending us testimonies of how the situation is. There's a lot of fear, but there's an awful lot of solidarity and people helping each other as well. So for us, it was really important that the priests and sisters, and as I said, the brothers, can continue to do what they're doing. We heard, for example, from one home for the elderly, which is run by sisters, that a lot of the staff have left, and the sisters are the ones who remain there now with the elderly people. And these elderly people can't go, but what are they doing? They're praying all day. They're praying for peace in the Ukraine. And there are so many other testimonies of faith. Many we're hearing from the priests, from the bishops, people asking them for the sacraments, especially for the sacrament of reconciliation, because yes, they don't know what's going to be tomorrow. They're living from day to day.
Yeah, and all of our prayers are with them indeed. I understand the Catholic Bishop of Odessa publicly thanked you with a video message, and I know that area has really not been that much impacted by fighting yet. In what ways are you helping the regions that maybe have not seen that much violence as of yet?
Well, we're also giving help to the Western Ukraine because they are faced now with a situation of the millions of displaced people who are on the move. And for example, the Archbishop, the Latin Archbishop in Lviv, he has thousands of people passing through his house, his offices there. These are people who are heading to the west. In the seminary of Ivano-Frankivsk, the seminarians have made room now for the refugees that are coming through there. So nobody knows how it's going to go on with the war, but at the moment, the West is really dealing with this flow of people on the move from the East. And it's also very heartbreaking. The Bishop of Kharkiv, the Latin Bishop, Monsignor Honkaruk, he told us about being at the railway station in Kharkiv and just watching families saying goodbye. You know, the men are staying, the women and the children are leaving, and not knowing if and when they will see each other again.
Yeah, I know it's heart-wrenching. I also know that Aid to the Church in Need, you're not just helping in Ukraine, you help around the world. Can you update us on some of the other projects that you're working on?
Yes, sure. I mean, a very strong focus at the moment, of course, is still the Middle East, and I think in particular Lebanon and Syria. On the 15th of March, we will be entering the 12th year of war in Syria. Even if it's quieter than was before, 90% of the population lives below the poverty line. I mean, it's a dramatic situation. And in Lebanon, of course, the crisis has worsened and worsened. The explosion in the port of Beirut in August 2020 worsened the whole situation. And we are seeing an exodus there of the population, and many of those wanting to leave are the Christians. So we really are concentrating a lot on Lebanon, what we can do to help the Christians. For example, we're supporting the school fees, especially for the very poor Lebanese Christians. We are supplementing the salaries of the teachers, because we also, you know, if the schools close, the Christian schools close in Lebanon, it will be a disaster.
Yeah, Director Lynch, unfortunately, we're running out of time. So much more we can talk about, but thank you for taking the time to speak with us today, and thank you so much for all that you do.
It's my pleasure, and we really, I think for the Ukraine, we have to pray and pray and pray. Thank you.